Aries Sun and Moon. Welcome to your 2022 yearly reading. Today we're going to break down your 2022 and see what it has in store for you. This is a reading I did for myself on my birthday to get an idea of kind of what the next year ahead looked like, so I wanted to do one for each of the zodiac signs. So this is how this reading will work. We'll get an Archetypes card to get an idea of your theme for 2022. That's that bigger picture piece, what the whole year is going to look like. And then we'll break it down into the 4 different quarters. We'll get a tarot card to represent each quarter, and then we'll get a clarifying card through the Animal Spirit deck. This reading I also call the Wild Unknown reading due to all the decks here being made by Kim Krans. So let us get started. We'll get our archetype card first here. Our lovely big cards here. Okay. Archetypes deck, please give me the theme card for Aries for 2022. Theme for Aries for 2022. I'll loosen it up a bit. One card, please. Just one. Oop. This deck's a bit hard to handle. Okay. Theme card for Aries for 2022. There we go. Flew out onto my arm. Okay, so we have the cave. Let's see. There we go. Can you see? There we go. The cave. Interesting. Okay, so we'll set that over here. So the cave card. Okay, so our cave card here. The cave is that's like going within, right? That big initiation process. We don't generally like caves are dark and kind of scary, right? I personally love going into caves. There's so much interesting energy down there, and being immersed in the earth is a very intense, interesting feeling that I really enjoy. So for you, Aries, it sounds like that this is going to be a kind of a year of introspection for you, and a year to go deep inside yourself and to like really figure out who you are, right? So that like cave process, caves in older ancient cultures were generally seen as like pathways or ways to journey into the underworld, and that's like self-discovery process, right? We think of Hercules, the Disney movie popped into my head, but the Herculean story, right, where Hercules journeys down into the underworld, right, and that's finding that self, finding who you are, and getting further into that piece of who you are, and that like big effort, right? It's going into the caves, not a small feat by any means. So it's very big, important energy that way. So yeah, it feels like a deep introspective time for us, a time to like get in and find this power, right? So we enter this cave here and we see this like light towards the back here. And that light is what you're trying to find. You're trying to find that inner strength, that inner power, that inner peace, that like deep sense of self that is back in the recesses of ourselves, right? So that's kind of the theme that you have going for 2022 here, and looking at ourselves and looking further in and figuring it out. Okay, Aries, let us get our tarot cards next here. Let's break down our year into those 4 quarters here. Okay. So, Wild Unknown deck, please give me the first quarter of Aries 2022. What's the main energy for Aries? We'll take that card towards them, like that. Okay, cool. We'll do it like that. So that is the Mother of Pentacles. Let's see. Okay, Mother of Pentacles card. Let's get a clarification with the Animal Spirit. We'll look at our first quarter here, January, February, March. Okay. Animal Spirit deck, please give me a clarifying card for the Mother of Pentacles for, oh, okay. I didn't even have to finish asking the question. The Lamb. Okay, let us look at that. Okay, Aries, so our Mother of Pentacles energy here talks about our home life, right? That mothering energy, very present in our lives, and our pentacles talk about our physical reality, our physical wealth and success. And what the Mother of Pentacles wants to do is it wants to look at the home life and kind of make sure that structure is there, make sure everybody is well taken care of, everybody is provided for, everybody is stable, right? And sounds like for the first 3 months of 2022, we're really kind of diving into our home life and making sure everything is stable there, everything is emotionally sound there, because the mothering energy, the Mother of Pentacles, deals more with the emotional side versus like the king, for example. And then we have our lamb down here that is clarifying the Mother of Pentacles. And the lamb is a very gentle energy. It's a very peaceful and calm energy. Like, you don't want to scare off the lamb, right? So that's tying back into our theme here with the cave for you for 2022. We're trying to like be back in that home life, be in that quiet, be in that peace, and really establishing that and digging back down deep into ourselves to feel that calm and peace, right? So we see both of these animals here, the lamb and our deer, very gentle creatures, very gentle energy and easily scared, right? So that's kind of that like retreat a little bit into our home. That is that retreats to make sure that we are staying safe, and that further process of going inward for the cave here. So first 3 months of January 2022 and January, February, March, right? We're kind of in that wintry mindset. We're kind of in that winter slowness, that stillness, peace, that quiet. Feels like there'll be nights at home, like just watching the snow outside, right? And that gentle, peaceful energy. So don't think you need to do anything else here, right? This is kind of that energy for, I know as an Aries, you're wanting to jump into things, do more things, right? But it's okay to be calm and slow down and preserve your energy, to keep your energy in more interior inside in order to make sure you have enough of it as you're going through the self-discovery process with the cave, okay? So that seems to be our first 3 months here. Let us move into our second quarter. So back to our tarot, please. Wild Unknown, give me the second card for the second quarter. The card for the second quarter of 2022 for Aries here. Second quarter card for Aries 2022. Almost. We didn't flip out though. I got a couple. Let's see. One card, please. Second quarter for Aries of 2022. There we go. Okay. That came out in reverse. So we have the Two of Wands in reverse for second quarter. Let's get our clarification card now. Back to our animal spirit. Animal spirit, please give me a clarifying card for the Two of Wands in reverse for Aries 2022 second quarter. Okay, we will take that one. The mouse. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so second quarter here, Aries. So we have our Two of Wands in reverse. So usually this card in the upright is that like positive energy for making a decision, moving forward in our lives. However, we came out in reverse here. And it's funny because we have this V kind of pointing down into this mouse energy, right? And it's even kind of mirrored by the elemental earth symbol here for that downward triangle. So we feels like we've kind of came to a conclusion or realization in this like in going inner process in the first quarter here, right? We've come to some kind of realization, but we don't know what to do with it now. We come into this lack of decision energy here with this Two of Wands in reverse. It's the decision making that ends up being stagnant, right? We get stuck in that decision process that we can't move forward in it. And where this mouse energy comes in, right? The mouse is a very like finicky kind of like my fingers just kind of want to do this, right? That little like dee kind of energy where it's like that nitpicky kind of nervous energy. And the mouse is very like small centered, like in its like own little world, right? The mouse can end up like chewing through things in its nervousness. That's a lot of like nervous energy here, right? So we're very nervous about this decision making process that we're in, figuring out our next steps, figuring out what's going on. And we're trying to look at every detail, but we're going too far where we are just hindering ourselves at this point through this mouse energy with this Two of Wands here. So this energy here is much more stagnant. We kind of went through where it's like, okay, we're in this first quarter here, we're in this energy where we're looking inside ourselves, being calm, being in our home, and then we are end up kind of stuck in it. This energy can transform, of course. This is just the current kind of viewing, and as of now when I'm doing this reading, and you always have free will in these situations, right? So this energy doesn't have to be what it ends up in this quarter based on your reactions, based on your choices, okay? But this energy here for the Two of Wands in reverse, we're ending up feeling like we're going to make the wrong choice, right? And that's where that like nervous mouse energy is, where we're super worried about this choice we're making for how we're moving forward in our lives, right? After our kind of like realization process here, we're too worried about the choice we're making and how that's going to pan out. So we're in this like nervous mouse energy here. And I just keep wanting to like do this with my fingers because it's like the nervous kind of ticky feel. So we have to work to kind of like calm this mouse energy down, right? So we have to be very deliberate and organized and focused, and maybe we need to distract ourselves a little bit, move on to something else, because if we're not listening to our intuition, that's what makes it hard to make a decision, right? So we have to be able to go back, right? Be quiet, be in this cave energy. If our theme for the 2022, be in that energy of peace and calm and deep internal like inner knowing in order to progress through this energy of in the second quarter here, right? In order to figure out how to make our decision. So let's see what happens next for 2022 in our third quarter here. Okay. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. So kind of roughly our summer here. So Wild Unknown, please give me the third quarter card for Aries for 2022. One card, please. One card, please. Third quarter card for Aries for 2022. Almost. Up. We will take the upright one. That looks to be towards you. So that is Temperance. Oh, good. Okay. So far we're rebalancing here. Okay, Animal Spirit deck card, please, to clarify Temperance for third quarter for Aries 2022. Okay, cool. Whale. Ooh. Okay, Aries, so this is very good. This is kind of exactly what I wanted to see for your third quarter after this mouse and reverse Two of Wands energy here. So we are rebalancing here, right? So that's what that Temperance is, that balancing of the opposites, the polarities, right? So it's interesting it's coming right after this Two of Wands here, right? That two number, that balance piece. We have that very similar mirroring energy for these rainbows too, right? And look, they're flipped here, which is cool. And then with our whale card underneath, it kind of flows into this energy as well, right? So we see this kind of blue yellowy, and we see this kind of blue yellow. So it like all flows, like this part is the same as this part. We're coloring, right? So this is very good. We're flowing into this energy. We figured out this decision process. We maybe haven't made the decision, but we're at least rebalancing and figuring out our energy with this Temperance here, right? And then the whale talks about that deep internal peace again, right? So coming back into our cave theme here for 2022, we're getting back into this energy of going deep inside ourselves, deep into our emotional reserves and wells, and figuring out who we are and figuring out our emotional processes, right? So it's like we keep flipping kind of back and forth as the year's moving through, but this Temperance is that good balance, right? And coming to a realization, a harmony, being even, right? So with us kind of rebalancing our lives here in 2022 in this third quarter, kind of during the summer energy, right? This summer hot kind of fiery energy. We're rebalancing in terms of our friendships, our family life, our career. All of that is kind of being rebalanced through this process of emotional intelligence and emotional depth through the whale card here. which is really good to see as we've progressed through the year, right? So we were deep in our home life and kind of like hermiting a little bit, secluding ourselves to just really gather our energy. But we figured out some decision here is what it feels like to me in this part, that we ended up stuck. We ended up really nervous because we didn't want to make the right choice. And again, we might not have made the choice as we're getting into this third quarter here, but at least we are more balanced and more in harmony with ourselves and our energies, and kind of know what we want emotionally, right? So this is it feels like this big energy for this cave, right? As we're moving through and as we are figuring ourselves out in a deeper way, in a stronger way. Really, really knowing who we are kind of down to the core, right? So this is really good to see. I'm really, really happy to see. So temperance coming back in here, and it's a good energy for the whole rest of the year too, because this feels like this temperance energy will kind of last you into the end of the year. So good job. Okay, let's keep going. Let's see our last quarter here. Okay, so Wild Unknown Tarot, please give me the fourth quarter card for Aries for 2022, October, November, December. One card, please. Last quarter for Aries. The energy for the last. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Mother of Swords, and that is in reverse. Let's see. Mother of Swords energy. Okay, and now our clarifying card, please. Please give me clarification on the Mother of Swords energy for last quarter for Aries in 2022. Clarification on the Mother. Oh, okay, thank you. Butterfly. Okay, well, just off the bat, right, that butterfly is that transformation piece again. So let us take a peek here. Okay, so finally we come to our last quarter here, right? So somewhere in here, we've actually finally kind of made the decision to change what we've come to realize through our cave journey here, right, in our 2022. Because we do have the butterfly here as our last finishing energy for 2022 in that last quarter, so that October, November, December. So that butterfly, of course, goes into that caterpillar, goes into that cocoon and transforms into the butterfly. So we come to this big, beautiful transformation process, but there's definitely some discomfort here as we're moving into this last bit of the year for that transition, right? That Mother of Swords energy. The Mother of Swords is a very, very sharp energy in a lot of ways, obviously with the sword, right? But when she's in the upright, she is very witty and intelligent, sharp-witted, that humor, she's going to tell it like it is. But with it coming through in reverse here for our Mother of Swords, we definitely want to be careful as we're going through this transformation process with our butterfly here to kind of watch what we say and make sure we are not too sharp in our words and our interactions with others, because obviously we're going through this discomfort of change, right? So we're a little bit on edge, we have a little bit going on, and it's very easy to potentially hurt others unintentionally with this Mother of Swords energy as we're working through our transformation process here, right? Once we get through it, though, we're going to end up really, really solid. It's going to end up being very strong, and we'll feel all the better for it. But because this whole year for you, right, year 2022 feels like this big transformation in your life. You are coming to these huge realizations, a huge change in your life. You're changing up your dynamics for how you do things, how you interact with people, how you function in your life, right, through your cave process. Big energy here, right? So you're going to, as you finish your transformation here, there's going to be people and situations in your life that are no longer going to fit you. And that's kind of what that Mother of Swords energy is telling me as well, is that there's going to be some pieces and places where you have to cut things out of your life. You have to cut people out, potentially change the situation you're in, cut yourself out of that situation, cutting yourself out of this cocoon you may be stuck in as a butterfly, right, to actually like finish your transformation process. Because we don't want to be stuck. right? You've put in all this work through the whole year, whole year to get to this point, right? To get to this transformation process. And we don't want to fumble here at the last little bit. We want to finish out strong and actually finish this transformation that we've worked so hard all year to accomplish, right? From that going deeply interior, looking at our home life, being really, really nervous about what we figured out, diving deep into our emotions and rebalancing our life, and finally coming to this transformation here. So it also is telling me with this Mother of Swords energy to not be scared to be a little brutal, right? So you have to look at the people in your life. You should know pretty well solidly from this whale energy in the third quarter here for what matters to you, what is that balancing process, because you've done that work already here, right? So you put in all this time and effort to figure out what's important to you, what matters, what's balancing your life, bringing you harmony. So then you don't have to worry as much for cutting out the rest because you put in so much time and effort to figure out what actually matters to you. So don't hurt the people that matter to you through your discomfort in this transformation here, but also don't be scared to cut out the people and situations and things that don't matter to you anymore. Because you're different than what you were before, right? You're a different person. You're a different being. You feel different to yourself than you have ever before because of everything you've gone through, this big transformation you've done. So don't be scared to embrace that situation as well and move forward in that, and letting the people you need go along the way, letting the situations you need to go, cutting them out of your lives. That is okay, because that is the whole point of this full transformation process. This initiation from the cave energy, finding this light in the dark here, that deep internal process. So just embrace it, right? Just embrace the situation you've gone through. 2022 is going to be a big year for you, Aries. There's a lot going on, a lot happening, and you'll come out the end a different person, a new person, a stronger person, because you went through so much in yourself, right? You went through a huge discovery process in yourself. We have a lot of energy here as we've moved in transition, so just keep everything in mind, right? Make sure that you try and stay as balanced as possible through everything, and don't be afraid to go inside. I know it's harder with that Aries energy, that it's a very active fire energy. You want to be out and doing things, but there's a way to do that, channel that fiery active energy into this growth process, into this deep emotional well, figuring yourself out, right? Because that's going to be what allows you to transform in the end and come out stronger for it, right? So Aries, this is all I have for you. I hope you have a wonderful 2022, and I hope you feel happy and strong as you come out of it at the end. All the better for everything you did, everything you're going to be doing here. Props to you, because this is a lot of big transformation energy, but I can't think of anybody better who can go forward, headstrong into it, and get it done, right? So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like, comment, and subscribe if this reading was helpful to you. I would love to know how your year progresses. Please feel free to come back to this video as you progress through your year and kind of analyze each quarter and what happened to you as you've progressed through, right? I'd be very curious to see how it pans out for you as well. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you in another video. Bye.